Hi guys, my name is Trudy Healy and I'm your weekly angel card reader here for Beacons of Angelite. Today is Monday, December 5th, 2016, and this is your weekly reading. So I'll be using Doreen Virtue and Charles Virtue's Indigo Angel Oracle cards for this week. But before we get into the reading, I wanted to give kind of like a pre-message, if you will, because there's been a lot of conflicting energies or vibrations, if you will. And, well, for instance, with the whole North Dakota pipeline situation, yes, it was a small victory, but there's still more to come. And so we're not going to add to the negativity. We're going to reconstructively utilize whatever feelings may stir up inside of ourselves to reconstructively utilize those negative thoughts and feelings and vibrations and put them into the love vibration. It's transmuting. So, and also with that, there's like this manifesting air, like we're all starting to see how things are manifesting much more quickly in our lives. And so with that, I really want to give you guys, you have to manifest and believe what you are seeing in your mind, and only think the good things for yourself, and acknowledge the bad things, but try to reconstructively utilize them so that they can hold hands harmoniously with whatever it is that you want for yourself. Think, speak, act from a place of love. So I'm gonna clear the deck and see what cards we get. Okay, we got one card there. 2, 3. They're telling me to shuffle again. Okay. 3 of them fell out. Wow, okay, we got 8 cards. They're telling me there's one for every day this week and another one just because we needed it. So, sorry, I'm peeking. Alright, so there's been something that we've been chewing on, or you've been chewing on, that gives you a feeling, and the angels are saying you already know. So trust your instincts, trust your intuition, go with it. You already know the answer. This is for Monday. And this is for Tuesday. They're giving us caution to our health. We're not being mindful of our mind, body, and spirit. So we need to, it's all 3 of them, okay? It's not just the physical body, but it's also the spiritual body and the intellectual body. So what conversations are you exposing yourself to? What debris are you really taking in from the media? What toxins are you ingesting? So it's all about that. Also, like, they're telling me to mention the sleep patterns. They're telling me to mention time alone and self-reflection and meditation. These are things that we're not doing frequently enough. And then we got physical outlet, and this is just yesterday is what I was doing. We took my daughter to it's called Sky Zone, and basically they have a ton of trampolines, and so that's what I was doing. I was jumping up and down and releasing. It felt so good. I was cracking up because I couldn't stop bouncing. It was great. And then I had this, like, not treadmill effect, but I guess like trampoline effect after we left the place. Like, I just wanted to bounce all over the world. It felt like I was in Mario Brothers or something, like boing, boing, boing. It was great. So physical release, and like sometimes this will be in the bedroom, or sometimes this could be at the gymnasium, or it could just be, at home. punching bag type of deal, running and letting it out. Archangel Michael wants to help with this one. He's telling me he wants to help us sweat it out. So we got acceptance. This is for Thursday. There we go. So acceptance is for the things that you cannot change. You must accept it, but that doesn't mean that you have to tolerate it. You just have to accept that you're either going to deal with it or that you can move away from it, and distance that from yourself and your existence. Now we're being encouraged to explore. Now this could be physical exploration and leaving your area, going on a journey, or it could be exploring within yourself, for self-enlightenment and, like a soul-searching type of deal. So he's going off into the unknown there as soon as he crosses the bridge, and that is us. And then we got divine timing. So this has to do with being patient. This has to do with us being impatient. And oftentimes we feel like our prayers went unheard, but that's not the case. Actually, they have been heard, and things are just being worked out in the back scenes so that all of it can coincide and be harmonious, and this way whatever it is that you've been asking for will be long lasting. So divine timing comes into play, patience, and in the meantime do your spiritual homework and dive in and meditate like they've been saying. So they keep saying about self-reflection, about going in and finding it within yourself. So this has to do with the way that we look at ourselves in the mirror. We're very hard on ourselves. And the angels are encouraging us, so she's looking in the mirror there, and the angels are encouraging us to, instead of being harsh on ourselves, to actually lift ourselves up and see ourselves the way that they see us, which is with limitless potential. And the limits are only in our mind. So do away with those limits. If you go and meditate and you manage to reach the fifth dimension, where there is no clutter of ego thought, your higher self will speak to you. And it's really funny because I did that this weekend with a friend of mine. And because she'd never done it before, her higher self was bombarding her with so much. And it was like a surge of truth, so much so that every time she would come out of the meditative state, she couldn't even remember what had been said, but she knew how important it was, and she wanted to return to the meditative state for more enlightenment. So self-reflection, guys. Be nicer to yourself and spend time with yourself, getting to know your true higher self. It's not all about your ego. The ego is there to distract us. And then, it's what I was saying earlier. It's patience. But I was saying it in terms of divine timing, and we have to wait for it. And so the angels are really driving that home this week. There's patience is a virtue. Patience is something that we'll have to wait for. And it's like, what if I were to tell you that at the end of the day when we're judged, which I don't perceive that we're judged, but it's like the test is truly about how easily you let go of that which doesn't pertain to you, and also how easily guided you are in this lifetime by your instinct and your higher self versus the ego, not self. So patience, darlings, patience. It will come. Your prayers have not fallen on deaf ears. It's just time. So I really wanted to give you that. I've been hanging out with my rose quartz, which is for self-love and compassion. I call her Rosie. It's probably, I think it was my first crystal. A dear friend of mine gave it to me, and so lots of you who know me in 3D, you'll see me hanging out with it at work. Well, I don't work anymore, but you'll have seen me with this one in my purse and at my desk and things like that, and she's wonderful. So this is the energy that I'm sending you guys out with this week. if I can say nothing more, it all starts inside. Like Michael Jackson was saying in his song, it starts with the man in the mirror. So that self-reflection, I'm being encouraged to drive it home to you guys. I love you. Love yourself and everyone around you. So have a wonderful week. Mwah.